in one of my university projects, I had to implement this small gallery that you can see here. And the way I was able to achieve that was by stacking some images, then applying the same animation to all of them, while making sure that I take into account the values for z-index and animation delay. Well, of course, these values would depend on the position of that image in the stack. What you can also notice is that there is a loop going on, which involves the fact that these animations will have to be restarted at some point, more exactly when the animation for the last image has finished. So the question would be, how can I reset the animations for all of the images once they all have finished? And for that I have used reflow, which will essentially what reflow means is that the positions and dimensions for certain elements will have to be recomputed in order to render a certain part of the page or even the entire page. Now let's quickly see the code for that. So here I'm grabbing the images from the server. Here I'm applying a small tweak that I found 19 months ago. Here I'm implementing that stack. As you can see here, I'm properly applying the values for z-index and animation delay. Then by adding this class to the gallery container, I'm essentially activating the disappear animation for all of the images. Let's also see the markup. So here's the image, the container, the image container, and here there will be the images. So what I did in order to know when to restart the animations was to keep track of the animation end event for all of the images. And when the last element has completed its animation, then what I want to do was to remove the class, then force a reflow by accessing this property. And now to give you more context where I've taken that from. So here is a very nice document which explains what forces a reflow. And among many other properties that can be accessed, there is offset height. But there is a very important thing to mention, and that is that these properties will trigger reflow if the document has changed and invalidated the style or layout. So that means class is modified, nodes added or removed, and so on. And this is what we are doing here. We are removing a class, then accessing a property that will trigger a reflow, and then in order to have those animations again, we will add the class again. So that's basically it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. And what I also wanted to show was that if I'm not doing what it says here, meaning that if I don't change the document, meaning if I don't change in this situation, if I don't change its styles or the classes, this by simply doing this, it won't work. And let's also see that. So that was the first image, second, third, and it will be the first image again due to that small trick that I did here. And now you can see that the loop doesn't exist, and the reason for that is that we haven't modified the document in any way. So my understanding is that it will get the value from some cache that the browser keeps for such situations. Right? That's what I wanted to share with you today, and thank you very much for watching.